Hi everybody. Just wanted to give you a brief rundown on how to do the install of Java3D under JDK 1.8 for a Windows platform. I'll be using Windows 7 in this example. First thing you want to do is you want to download the JDK 1, the J3D 152 window.exe. And what I'll do here is I'll put up a notepad window. So you can see where that is coming from. So this is the download JavaNet Media Java3D builds release 152. It's terribly old, but there is an exe available, and it gives you a reasonably good chance of doing the install properly. After you do the install, you can run the exe directly, and it'll give you a nice user interface which you can then run. The installer doesn't take terribly long, and what it does is it creates a I've already got this installed once already. Local hard drive, and hit next, and then finish. What that gives you is a couple things in the Java3D folder, which you can see here. And that's in the lib extensions. And these are the jar files which have to be loaded first. And in order to get them to be loaded first, what you do is you take them and copy them. You run them up into your favorite JDK, dive into the JRE, go into the bin directory, and then go into ext, and then do your paste. And we'll do this overwrite. Copy and replace. And we verify. So now you've got these things in the JRE, and that's the JRE you're going to be running. That's going to load those jar files. But wait, there's more. Now if you go back to your Java3D, you'll find that in addition to the jar files in the ext area, you've got a bin directory. And in the bin directory, you need to put in the DLL. I don't know why they can't give you a script for this, or perhaps there's a good way to write a script in Windows to do the install, but then you have to know exactly where your JDK is at. So you want to go into the bin directory here for JRE, and that's where your DLLs live. You paste that in. We'll do the replace, continue. Now OpenGL will be linked. When you run your JRE in IntelliJ anyways, you head at your configurations and you make sure you've got a JRE that you've selected that corresponds to the JRE that you're going to be using for that Java3D install. So what I do is I navigate to the JDK, and the JDK 121 has a JRE in it, and that's the one I'm going to use for my runtime. And I apply that and hit OK. Now when I run my code, everything is working properly, and we should be able to get a dimension system here, which allows us to change the number of elements, the resolution, and the size of the system, which we're trying to visualize, and that should be a torus. You can change its thickness if you like. And that's it. There's Java3D running under Windows 7. The install, it's not particularly easy, but let's review. So the first thing we needed was the DLLs to be in the JRE bin under the JDK, and that's the JRE you have to select when you do your run. The other thing you need is you need to have the the lib extensions under the JRE, and that's where you've got your VecMath. You shouldn't need a DLL in there. That is a mistake. You can delete it and expect that the 3D program will still run. And it does. So there you go. Java 3D under Windows 7. Thank you.